Chickadee chickadee chow. Welcome and hello to the second episode of my TD43 podcast. This is the second episode, which I already said, so we're prevent being redundant for the remainder of this episode. But we today we are going to talk about the top 5 players at each position in the NFL. Today we're going to do the offense, and next Tuesday we're going to do the defense. So, but first, we're having a new segment because why not? Um, Feliz cumpleaños a ti to these two NFL players. That would be the kicker for the Washington football team, Dustin Hopkins, and a free agent running back, 26-year-old Wayne Gallman. Neither of them are Pro Bowlers. Neither of them are guys you expect to win an award, but they're NFL players, and that's farther than me or you will ever get. So, but let's get right into the next segment, and that is the top 5 quarterbacks. Now, the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL is a pretty what's the word? It's a pretty routine list because everyone's scared to have their own opinions, so everyone just goes with the same thing. But let's get right into it. Number one, Patrick Mahomes. Despite the fact that the Chiefs are 1-2 because he's an idiot and asked for $500 million over the next decade, they're 1-2. The first 3 weeks just not having a good season, and everyone's realizing the downside of paying quarterbacks, which is, as a Browns fan, I'm fearing for my life, as Baker wants money. I don't know. I'm not Andrew Berry, but Mahomes is number one easily. You disagree, you're an idiot. Number two, reigning MVP, just had an insane game and realized that, hey, when I try, we're gonna win. And he also in week 1 showed New Orleans and showed Packers fans and showed the world, like, hey, here's what Green Bay is without me. That wasn't New Orleans being good. That was Rodgers proving a point. It was Rodgers not giving a shit about an undefeated season. But as we go into number 3, it's here's where it gets difficult. Now you can say the GOAT, you can say Tom Brady, but you can also say this man right here. I have a photo of Russell Wilson. That's a photo of the new Tampa Bay Buccaneer, Richard Sherman, but number 3 is Russell Wilson. Just let Russ cook. I know the team's not performing that well, but it's not like he's playing bad. It's just they have no defense. They have Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams, and then a 32-year-old Carlos Dunlap is the only other player I can think of on that team. So, I mean, that's just not a good team in any way, shape, or form defensively. And number 4, you have Joshua Allen. Josh Allen, despite a bad week 1 where they took a rough loss to the Steelers, he has just showed up recently, and he has just certainly played interesting, and he's just destroyed Dolphins defense, leading them to a 35-0 victory, and they won last week against the I don't remember, but I know they won. I know they're 2-1, and I know they're leading their division, which, I mean, Bills fans should have expected that. Number 5 is, I definitely would have put Lamar here if it was before week 1, but I think you got to put Kyler here. Kyler is just so fucking good, and he's just extremely talented. And of course, he's a legal midget, being of only 5'11. But hey, 5'11 is almost 6, and 6 is almost 6'1, so might as well just say 6'1. But then if you're saying 6'1, you might as well say 6'2. And if you're saying 6'2, you might as well just say 6'3. And, well, we all know who is 6'3. That's Josh Allen. Josh Allen is 6'3. So, He's the same way as Josh Allen, if you don't want to think about it. But it is a nice 3 weeks for Kyler. Is I believe they're undefeated. Let me actually look this up really quick. Yeah, they are undefeated. But they're in a tough division, mainly just because the Rams are in that division, and the Rams are the best team in the NFL as of right now. And I don't think it's close. But they do have a rough schedule coming up. Rams, Cardinals, Browns. That's not going to be good. It's not going to be easy to go 6-0. I just said they play the Niners. So Kyler's 5, and then we move on to the running backs. Now, 1 and 2 at running backs is switched up from whoever you look at it. Some people will say McCaffrey, some people will say Derrick Henry. But I can guarantee you there is no bias in this statement because I am a Browns fan. There is absolutely no bias in this statement. Just none. The best running back in the NFL is Zeke. I'm kidding. I'm not an Ohio State fan. Give me a second. The best running back in the NFL is not Ezekiel Elliott. As you can see, I definitely didn't put on a Nick Chubb jersey and just to come out here and say that Nick Chubb's the best running back in the NFL. Well, because he is. He's just just showed out these first 3 weeks. Just plays amazing. I mean, the Browns don't need Odell purely because Nick Chubb exists. I mean, there's no bias in this statement. If you think otherwise, you're stupid. I mean, Nick Chubb is far and away the best running back in the NFL. Christian McCaffrey's number 2 because McCaffrey, I mean, despite the injury, he's just good. I mean, he can catch, run, do all this stuff. He's just, I mean, despite the fact that he's going against some really easy defenses, if you look at it, his team is 3-0. And I know they played the Jets and the Saints and the Texans, which isn't exactly good, but not good competition. But they're 3-0. They have a tough matchup facing the Cowboys, and McCaffrey will be out, so I don't see them winning that game. But I mean, Sam Darnold's played good. We're not here to talk about Sam Darnold. We're here to talk about Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey is the second best running back in the league. Now, number 3, Derrick Henry. Just, oh hey, I have my hair has an erection. Well, I'm gonna stiff arm you now. His hair looks like this. This is what his hair looks like. But we're not gonna spend much time dwelling on Derrick Henry. I know he's good, and you might get pissed that I have Nick Chubb ranked number 1. But hey, go down and comment that you hate that opinion because YouTube doesn't care what the fuck you're commenting; it just cares that you're commenting. So and then it'll put my video in more people's recommended, and maybe just get more subscribers. But number 4, the 4th best running back in the NFL, is where it kind of gets confusing. Number 4, you can have Kamara, you can have Cook, but those are the 2 people that it comes down to, and it's Dalvin Cook at 4. Dalvin Cook behind a horrible, atrocious, shitty offensive line. He's playing amazing. He's got a couple of touchdowns, got a couple 100 yards. Which I know I'm sitting here. Like, I'm not saying stats because I don't want to say stats. I can sit here and yell stats at you all I want. What I want you to do is I want you to take my opinion without me having to spew stats at you. Accept the fact that my opinion is right. Accept it. Now, number 5, Burger King foot lettuce. I'm kidding. Why did I do that? Well, maybe if you want to know why I did that, go subscribe. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and follow. Hold on. Wait a second. Okay, wait a second. Hold on. Go follow this guy on TikTok. If it would focus. Go follow Browns fan 224 on TikTok. He's like 301 followers away from. Yeah, he's 301 followers away from 10,000, and then you'll see he sits behind me in my fifth period class. But we now go on to the wide receivers because I'm skipping fullbacks. You know what? Fine, I'll fucking spew fullbacks at you. Number one, Kyle Juszczyk. Number two, Patrick Ricard. Number three, Andy Janovich. Number four, Alec Ingold. Number five, Katan Carter. Now to the wide receivers. Number one, you got Cooper Kupp. Whoa. Dude, it's Cooper fucking Kupp. If he can stay on this field this season, he will be an MVP candidate. Cooper Kupp's an MVP candidate for me. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me how. He's just fucking good and fucking talented. Now, number two, second best wide receiver in the NFL. No one else, no one other than Adam. I'm kidding. I'm definitely 100% kidding. I'm not going to go whip out a jersey of the second best wide receiver in the NFL, even though he's only the second best wide receiver on his team, and it's not Robert Woods. I'm definitely not going to go grab a Green Bay Packers jersey that says the number 83 on it. I'm definitely not about to pause the recording, and then you're going to see with another jersey on. That's not what's about to happen. I still have the Nick Chubb jersey. I don't know what you're talking about, but the second best wide receiver in the NFL is Marquez Valdes-Scantling. I'm kidding. It is his teammate Davante Adams. Davante Adams is just an elite route runner. He's got hands like baseball mitts. I mean, sure, he's gonna drop when he loses Aaron Rodgers, but with the whole Dennis Rodman last dance, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan type thing that they're doing, I don't see them splitting up. Like wherever Rodgers goes, Tay will go. And number three, the third best wide receiver in the NFL, I believe Tyreek. If I did this after week one, Tyreek would be number three. Despite the fact that Hopkins has had 2 down weeks, I think you have to have Hopkins at 3. I mean, just there's so many other weapons on that offense. I mean, you got AJ Green, Rondale Moore, Christian Kirk, Andy Isabella, James Conner, and of course Kyler's legs. So I mean, it's hard for Kyler to get him the ball, and D Hop always has played a little rough some weeks, but then he'll just drop 200 yards a game for the rest of the season and get like 1,200 yards. But he's number 3. He had a great week 1. He's just struggled these last 2 weeks. But week 3, number 4, the fourth best wide receiver. Now, this is all just improvised. The number 4 wide receiver in the NFL is, I have to think about this one because, well, I have to. I can't say Julio. He's just not there. You could say Brandon Ayuk, but with only 1 touchdown, just can't. You know what? We're gonna go something risky. We are going to go with. We're gonna go Tyreek at 4. He's just got so much speed. It's just hard to. It's hard to not have Tyreek be on this list because we all know he's good. It's just as he gets older, he gets slower, and as he gets slower, it gets easier to stop. And I mean, the dude's only 27, but still, there's a lot of difference between a 27-year-old sprinting and a 24-year-old sprinting. The Tyreek we all think of is the Tyreek that hit 22.5 miles per hour on a 50-yard route. Like, bro, I couldn't hit 12 miles an hour in that pace. but we're going to avoid the obvious here. Number 5. Tyreek is number 4. Number 5, we are going to have another. I don't know why I said another. I'm trying to think of someone to relate this to. I think it's just got to be. Yeah, you know what? You have to put him here. You have to put him on this list. It's Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin has been great these first 3 weeks. He's just he dominated against the Giants Thursday Night Football of week 2. And I mean, he's been consistent. He's been good. And I know it's hard to call him consistent when it's only week 3, but he's number 5 on this list. And we will go on to tight ends now. Number 1, Travis Kelce. Fuck all you George Kittle people. If you say George Kittle's better than Travis Kelce, I do not value your opinion. But it's Travis Kelce. And it's just hard to say not Travis Kelce because I have now 3 Chiefs player in the top 5 of their respective positions, but I think most people would have that as one of my turtles just jumped off the rock. I believe that one right there is Cooter. Yeah, that's Cooter. His name is Cooter. He's a Cooter River Turtle, so I named him Cooter. But Kelce's number 1. Consistent, has Mahomes thrown to him, leads that team to wins despite the fact that they're 1-2. That offense is nothing without him. Number 2, numero dos, second best tight end in the league, George Kittle. He's struggled the first 3 weeks, but you just can't put anybody else above him. Number 3 is Darren Waller. Darren Waller is on a 3-0 team. Darren Waller is on a pace for a lot of targets. 19 targets week 1. Yeah. He's just, I think Darren Waller is the most versatile weapon in all of the NFL. And I think Kyle Pitts will be what Darren Waller is. Kyle Pitts and Darren Waller are the same exact player. Kyle Pitts and Darren Waller. Yeah, they are the same person, right? Okay, so number 4, the 4th best tight end is TJ Hawkinsox. He's on the Lions, which is the only knock against him. Not that great of a blocker, which is another knock against him, but he's had good games. I mean, he's not playing bad. He's not playing uber good, but he is the 4th best tight end. And the drop off from 3 to 4 is a lot. Which is why I'm not stressing putting Hawkinsox here. Number 5. I think you can't put anybody else here. Except for this guy, purely because of his upside. And it's the aforementioned Kyle Pitts. He is just has so much upside. I mean, he's getting so many targets. And I mean, Matt Ryan notoriously doesn't throw to his tight ends. And I just don't know why. I couldn't tell you. Maybe it was the Dan Quinn offense, or maybe it was Matt Ryan not liking Austin Hooper and Hayden Hurst. But he's throwing to Kyle Pitts. So whoever the hell the coach is there, who I do not know who it is. I think it's Arthur Smith. Yeah. Whoever Arthur Smith is, like, hey, we have Kyle Pitts, Matt. You're going to have to throw to him. So that's why Kyle Pitts is 5, just because the fact that he's going to be good. Now, offensive tackle, the best tackle in the league. I'm just going to zoom through these offensive positions, or through these offensive lineman positions. Well, because, it's supposed to be half-an-hour episodes. But number 1, the best offensive tackle in the league, David Bakhtiari. That's 3 Packers players in the top 5. That should be expected. Same with the Chiefs. Good run blocking, good pass blocking. Despite the fact he's not going to play these first couple weeks. He hasn't played. Won't play till I think like week 7. I don't remember. But It's I just bumped my desk. That's why the camera shakes if you ever wonder why. But number two offensive tackle is Tristan Wirfs. Had an elite rookie season. Maybe it helps that he's got Tom Brady behind him and they have all those receiving weapons. But number three, the third best offensive tackle in the league is Jack Conklin. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna go whip out a Jack Conklin jersey. And I'm being serious because I don't own one. I would if I did own one. He's not third though. The third best offensive tackle in the league is Teron Armstead, the Saints offensive tackle. Well, the other Saints offensive tackle, not Ryan Ramczyk. Ryan Ramczyk, or no, wrong dude. Teron Armstead is good. He's getting up there in age, but lineman will play till they're 92, especially with his high level in common advance in motor science. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you know where that is from. Um, it's certainly interesting. Certainly a good player. I don't know why I keep saying it's certainly interesting. I was having when I zone out and I just need to keep talking. But it's number fourth best offensive tackle in the league is I don't know. Ooh. Trent Williams, Niners guy. He's good. Certainly talented. Just can't remember. Yeah. And then number two or number five, you got Ronnie Stanley. Yeah. You might hate that list, but do whatever you want. Okay. Those were all left tackles, but that's mainly because you have a good offensive tackle to play with left tackle. Okay. So now left guard, now offensive guard. The best offensive guard is Quentin Nelson. Gonna be good for a while. Zach Martin, number two. Number three, you got Brandon Brooks. Number four, you got Wyatt Teller. Number five. Dwight D. Eisenhower. No. Number five, Jamaal Charles. Number five. Am I forgetting? I'm forgetting someone. I'm gonna go team by team. That's what I've been doing. Oh, my bad. Oh, what am I forgetting? Oh, Brandon Scherf. Easily. Number five, Brandon Scherf. I mean, he's Brandon Scherf. And now we're gonna move on to the centers. The centers, number one, you got the other Kelsey, Jason Kelsey. Number two, you got Rodney Hudson, the Carolina. No, the Arizona Cardinal. Number three, you got Frank Ragnow, the Detroit Lion. Number four, you got JC Treader. I'm kidding. There's no Browns bias in this. No, but number four, I think you have to go Alex Mack here, the 49er. He's just good. He's just good. And then number five, the fifth best center in the NFL is Ryan Jensen. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Let me think before you guys get pissed just because I forgot about somebody. It's I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go with Ryan Jensen, the Buccaneers guy. He's just That's a good offensive line unit, and he's probably the best player on that offensive line. No. Other than Tristan Wirfs, he's probably the second best offensive, and it's not a bad thing to be worse than Tristan Wirfs, especially with as small as the gap is between those two. But that'll wrap things up. Don't forget to follow Browns fan 224 on TikTok. He's 301 followers away from 10,000. Sits behind me in my fifth period class, and that will do it for us. And that'll do it for the second episode of the TD43 podcast. Happy birthday to Dustin Hopkins and Wayne Gallman. That'll be a new segment, and you should see a episode up as of next Tuesday. Deuces.